It's me again, Jeske. I'm coming to you from Tunbridge Wells in Kent, England, in case it wasn't obvious. Excuse me, still ill. You can find me as Knitgizmo everywhere, Knitgizmo. Oh, just noticed all the steam from my tea going across my face. Let's put it there. Sorry. On Ravelry, Knitgizmo on Ravelry, Instagram, and I've got a shop on Etsy called Knitgizmomakes. So that's where you can find me. As you might be able to see, I'm wearing a finished object. It's a first. So this is my Waiting for Rain shawl by Sylvia Bobilvia. Sorry. Haven't covered the tea, the post-podcast snack. So, in my mug is this, which I got in my swap with the lovely Sarah from Orange Jellyfish Dream. I wasn't expecting it to be the lurid purple colour it is, and it's too hot to drink, clearly. Post podcast snack. The jelly belly and I have fallen out, so it's an apple and some cheese. Enough said. So back to the finished object. I'm waiting for rain. It's not raining, it's sunny. I love this. This is quite possibly one of my favourite finished objects. I'm so pleased with how it turned out. Take it off. It's huge, absolutely huge, to the point where I'm not going to be able to show it all to you, but I'll try. I'm going to disappear now. So, see the edges curling up already because I've been wearing it so much. But my goodness, did this turn out nicely. It's my entry for several knit-alongs. The quince-along, because the cream lace sections are Quince & Co. Piper. Can't recommend it highly enough. Real pleasure to knit with. Soft. It's 50% mohair, 50% wool. And it's got a little bit of fluff to it, but it's not in your face fluffy. Beautiful, beautiful stitch definition. It's lovely. I think I've already told you that the green is the Wool Barn Silk Sock in the Eden colourway. And there's just nothing I don't like about it. I'm going to show it to you again just because I'm so pleased with it. I didn't have enough of the green to finish according to the pattern instructions, but I did have 2 skeins of the Piper, and I used 1 and about 1 metre of the second skein. I did basically a repeat of the lace rips, or riffs, or whatever you want to call them, short row lace thingies, but I did it as a whole border. So it goes end to end. The maths challenged me slightly, but I think I did all right. Love it. Absolutely love it. Haven't figured out how I would choose to wear it all the time, but it's beautiful and I love it. Really pleased with it. Oh, there we go. So that was finished object number 1, and that is unfortunately the only finished object. I have got a finished object of old, which is my Deleter shawl. If you are a persistent viewer, you will come to realise that I like shawl knitting, and I will always have a shawl on the go. Speaking of viewers, thank you very much for everyone that's watched, liked, subscribed. There are a few of you and I'm really chuffed. Thank you very, very much. The Deleter shawl is made out of squoosh. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. I'll look it up for next time. For now, you can just admire it. I'm not knitting anything with bobbles on it for a very, very long time. It took forever. But again, well worth it. Huge shawl. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, works in progress. I have a lot of socks in progress. A lot of socks. Again, Moomin's keeping them safe for me. I have sent a Moomin bag abroad. I hope it gets there soon. So, I'm test knitting a sock, I think I mentioned last week, for G, I'm sorry, still not really sure, in Portugal. She has the OMG yarns shop on Etsy. She hand dyes her yarn, and she's also designing patterns now, which is fantastic. I can't put this on a sock blocker because I haven't finished it yet. So I'm going to put it on my hand like a mitten for you to admire the simple but beautiful pattern that she's put together for you. I think it's lovely, very intuitive, it's knitting up like a dream. I mean, the leg of the sock, literally, maybe 2 evenings work. I'm no meaner, I'm not that quick. But super fast, fish lips kiss heel, 2x2 ribbing, and this lovely pattern down the middle. I'm knitting this on 2.5 Addy lace, supposedly sock rockets, potato, magic loop, which if you'd have told me this 6 months ago I'd have laughed at your face. I'm a DPN girl, always told myself I was a DPN girl. Turns out I like a bit of magic looping. So quick. The yarn is Indigo Dragonfly. It's an MCM base, and the colourway is ooh shiny. Have to say it like that, it's the law. Anyway, this is my entry for Jenny of the Lone Larch podcast. Casts patterned Canadian sock knit along because it's Canadian yarn, and I think it should count. Oh, it looks so pretty. It's very shiny. Lovely, lovely. Not content with the one cast on sock, also entered Candace's stripy sock knit along. I think I showed you the wool last time. Yarn, wool, yarn, sorry. And I cast these on Saturday night. It's now Monday afternoon. I've come straight home from work to film this. I wanted to film it yesterday, but I ran out of time, and then my husband came home from his lads' weekend in Butlins. Tired, so I didn't get the chance to film yesterday, sorry. I'm knitting these 2 at a time. It's not how I was going to show them to you. Too enthusiastic, that's the problem. Too excited to chat with you guys, because it's so lovely. So, this is Eden Yarns, as I said last time. It's part of her Stripy Sock Club last year. It was the October instalment. I have got the tag somewhere here. Unfortunately, she doesn't dye yarn anymore, but as I said last time, she weaves her hand-dyed yarns into beautiful things. So there you go. So it's a fairly basic sock yarn, but it feels so soft, so soft. And the stripes are so addictive, so addictive. So much so I may have ordered some self-striping sock yarn, which I'll show you next time. Naughty. So I'm knitting them 2 at a time, a la Mina, on another Addy lace, 2.25. and flying, absolutely flying, loving them. Really, really, really pretty. The colourway was called Shelby, and it's got this yellowy gold, beautiful pink, a lime green, blue, and this mid rosy brown. And I got the contrasting skein to do the cuffs, heels and toes in the blue. Lovely. So, roaring through the socks. Really enjoying those. Excuse me, sorry. So I scratched my head as to what I could show you other than my socks and my one and only finished object thus far. Oh dear, I'm a bit old lady. Let's take it off. Try again. Actually, I suppose I could show you the deleter shawl while I'm at it, while I'm not shawled up. Just, hi, me again. I'm shawled up to the nines again. So this is my deleter shawl from Pom Pom Quarterly 12. I want to say 12. Not 100% sure on that. And I knit it out of some locally sourced pale blue hand-dyed merino finger weight yarn, and this Scroosh, I want to say I Dream in Fibre, but that doesn't sound right. Anyway, it's gorgeous, this teal colour, absolutely love it. The bobbles, and a knitted on border also took forever. Needs another blocking, not looking its best, but that was a fun project, recommend it. So yes, apart from showing you old finished objects, I thought, what other things have I not spoken to you about yet? And I realised that I haven't talked about a Cozy Memories blanket. Now, I am one of these people that I can go one of two ways. I will either jump on that bandwagon faster than you can blink, and I'll be doing everything because I just think it's all so lovely. Or I will go completely the other way and say, no, everyone's doing it, I don't want to do it. So it took me a bit of time, but I jumped that bandwagon in the end. This was last summer, and I am probably the least successful Cozy Memories blanket maker in podcast history, because this is it. That's it. So that's the blue that's in my deleter shawl. This is some Skein Queen that I used to make a Whispering Pines shawl that I can show you another time if you're interested. And this is some I Knit or Dye yarn called Ziggy Stardust. And you can't really tell, but it's got a bit of sparkle. And I haven't actually knit anything out of it. I just took some to knit a square. I've given some away as minis. I hope I have enough to knit a pair of socks. I suppose with contrasting heels and toes, I almost certainly do. However, I have done quite a few mini swaps because I was very enthusiastic. I just haven't added any. So many of the minis I got in my swaps have been lovely. So I really want to get going and add. Just need to work out how I'm going to turn this into a diamond, and then see what I'm going to do with my other squares, which way I'm going to go. Because obviously I don't think I can make it do a bigger diamond, because that's just not how it works. But we'll see. I'll have to think about it. So that's something fun. Hopefully next time I'll have added a few squares and can show it to you, because it's so much fun to see everyone's blankets growing and all the pretty minis everyone sends to each other. Very lovely. So that's it for whips. Racing through today. Podcasts I've been watching and enjoying. Quite a few. There's only one I'm going to mention. Ooh, it tastes pink. And that's the Die Another Day podcast with the Cozy Knitter and the Yarn Enabler out of Canada. They seem like such good friends. It's really sweet. And I like how one of them, the Cozy Knitter, is so calm and delivers what she has to say in a very calm fashion. And the Yarn Enablers, woo! Love it. They really bounce off each other well. And I've enjoyed it. So carry on. Good work. I like it. Oh, I suppose there's one other one I should mention. I have been starting to watch, I've been living under a rock, by the way, the Bookish Stitcher podcast. She seems so sweet. And as it happens, she's my swap partner. So I thought, I best do some research before I send my parcel out. And she's very lovely to spend some time with. She's very sweet, very calm, soothing voice. Lovely. So I mentioned 2, not just 1. What else? Oh, stash enhancement. Now, I've been very, very naughty this weekend. Very naughty. Because the husband was away at Butlins, I decided that I needed a treat. So on Friday, I bought some yarn, which isn't here yet, so I'm going to show that to you next time. And I also did something, well, I asked permission first. That was to my husband, by the way, not to all of you. But bless him, he said yes without prompting, so it's all good. I joined, was very lucky to get a spot in the Homespun House's Harry Potter Club, and I am so excited. If I could go back in time and join this quarters one, I would, just for the sake of the names and the thought and the progress keepers, and they're just so lovely, so lovely. I'm really excited to see what Molly puts together for the second quarter, and I'm chuffed to bits. So that's something I'll be showing if I'm still recording by then, which hopefully I will be. However, I did participate in another swap on the Fondant Fibre group. Now, I did a Christmas swap within that group, and I was so lucky. I think I've already mentioned I got Deb. She sent me a box of absolutely amazing goodies. My swap partner this time round has already sent me her parcel. It came last week and it was so lovely, I can't quite believe it. Lots of chocolates and sweets. They're already gone, hence the jelly belly and the apple. So she made me this lovely bag, absolutely beautiful. I love this fabric. Looks like, well, constellations or my pin box. It's just beautiful. Lovely handle. I don't know if she sells these. I don't think she does. It has this lovely label inside. So beautiful. And when I wrote to thank her, she said, "Oh, I was a bit unsure about sending you a bag since you make and sell them." Oh, please do. Please do. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's really cushy sort of interfacing, and I just love it. All the colours, beautiful. Along with the bag, the chocolate and the sweets, I've got a little sample. Oh, a bit of fluff on the side, which is called Boogly Bop, and it's part of the Ile de France. Ile de France. Oh, good lord, you can tell I've been at work all day talking to children. I love it, really. Ile de France thing that she did. What do you even call that? Anyway, it's very sweet, very pretty, fun fuzzling sample thing. I got some lip balm. It's been really handy because I've been very ill and my lips have been dry and it's lovely. Then I got this. How pretty is this? It's got all sorts of hedgerowy sort of blackberry colours and red and greens and oh, and it's soft, springy, beautiful. So apparently this is part of the Myths and Legends Sock Club. It's a siren base, I assume, from the label, which is 80% merino, 10% cashmere and 10% nylon. How luxurious is that to send in a swap? I am the luckiest swap partner. I can only hope my swappee was as happy with what I sent her. And it's the Count Dracula colourway, sorry. Did I mention that already? 437 yards per 100 grams. I think it's really lovely. I think it's going to make some lovely socks, possibly for my husband. Really nice. I guess we're supposed to do this, aren't we? Hang on. Make a little ball and show it to you like that. Lovely. So, thank you very much to my swap partner. I don't want to mention her name just in case she doesn't want me to, and I haven't thought to ask. So, there you go. Aren't I lucky? So that's acquisitions. Oh, I've been doing some sewing. I started off really well with my shop and I did really regular updates, and then work has started to get in the way a bit, so they're not very regular, but I do try and keep up each week and sew a bit. And I don't really talk about it. I notice I haven't talked about it very much, and I don't particularly feel qualified to do a hard sell, but I thought I'd show you a couple of bags that I made for my Craft for 20 for the Tiny Paper Foxes podcast, because I had fun making them and I thought you might enjoy seeing the kind of fabrics that I like to choose. Whimsical things that make me laugh. So I've got Lady Foxes with an orange lining. It's quite a big bag, and I really rather like this minty sort of green colour, very much like that. I wanted the gentleman foxes, but they only had the ladies, so I thought, oh, alright then. So that's going to be going into my shop eventually, once I sew some more bags up. And I also made this for my Craft for 20 because they made me giggle. Cats with yarn balls. I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere else, but I'm not entirely sure where, so forgive me. Cat hair everywhere. And this one's got the green lining. Again, quite a large one. So that's sort of a bit of sewing that I did. And that's really about it. I haven't got a lot else to talk about this week, because I've shown you everything. So it just remains for me to have a sip of tea, say thank you again for anyone that's joined me today. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.